Could your driver's license be suspended right this very second and you have absolutely no idea? Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down exactly how to check your driver's license status online in South Dakota. Because whether you've lived there your whole life or you just moved in, dealing with state bureaucracy can feel like a total maze. But don't worry, we're going to make this incredibly simple for you.
We're starting with a pretty massive realization from our sources. Your license can actually be suspended without your direct knowledge. I know, it sounds crazy, right? But think about how it happens. The Department of Public Safety usually just sends a notification letter to the address they have on file for you. So if you've moved and forgot to update the DMV, or if there's just a simple administrative glitch in their system, you could completely miss that warning. You might literally be driving right now without a valid license.
So, let's look at our roadmap to fix this. We'll be covering 1. Understanding your license status. 2. Setting up SD.gov access. 3. Checking your status online. 4. Status versus driving records. 5. Resolving suspensions and issues. And 6. DPS support and resources. Section 1. Understanding your license status. First off, what even is your status? It's basically your legal green light to operate a vehicle on public roads. If that status flips to suspended, revoked, or canceled, you lose that privilege immediately. And guys, the stakes here are super high. Driving on a suspended license in South Dakota is a Class 2 misdemeanor. We're talking up to a $500 fine and potentially 30 days in jail for a first offense. It's definitely not just a slap on the wrist, which is why keeping a close eye on this is absolutely crucial for your livelihood. The biggest trap drivers fall into is the points system. South Dakota assigns points for various moving violations. If you rack up 15 points in a 12-month period or 22 points in 24 months, bam, that triggers an automatic suspension. And because it's a rolling tally, a couple of small mistakes over a year or two can really easily push you over the edge.
But here's the thing, traffic points aren't the only danger. You can actually lose your driving privileges for triggers you might not expect. Got unpaid child support over $1,000? Suspended. Unpaid debt to the state? Or maybe you let your auto insurance lapse? Suspended. And of course, more severe offenses like a DUI or eluding law enforcement will trigger it too. It's a remarkably wide net they cast.
Section 2. Setting up SD.gov access.
Now, South Dakota handles all of this through one centralized portal, which is honestly great. Instead of juggling a dozen different logins for different departments, you just need to create a MySD account on the SD.gov portal to check your status. Think of this as your master key. The real beauty of this system is that it conveniently links your driver licensing to all sorts of other state services. So the exact same login you use to check your license is the one you use to buy a hunting permit or even book a campsite at a state park.
Section 3. Checking your status online.
Once you've got that MySD account set up, checking where you stand is basically frictionless. There's a dedicated Check My Status tool right there on the DPS website, no waiting on hold, no phone calls. You just punch in your license number, your date of birth, and the last 4 digits of your social security number, and you'll instantly see if you're compliant, suspended, or revoked. Plus, if you are suspended, the portal actually tells you exactly what administrative hoops you need to jump through to get your driving privileges back.
And here's an insider pro tip from our sources. If your status is totally clear and you actually want to use the portal to renew or replace your license online, there are some strict technical rules. You've got to have an unexpired, federally compliant Gold Star ID. You can't wear bioptic lenses, which are those specialized telescopic glasses, and you have to upload 2 proofs of your physical South Dakota address. Oh, and most importantly, if you have an active license from another state, online renewal is a no-go. You'll have to visit an exam station in person.
Section 4. Status versus driving records.
People mix these up all the time, but they are totally different things, accessed in completely different ways. Checking your status online is fast, it's digital, and it just gives you a simple green light or red light on whether you can legally drive. But because of strict digital privacy restrictions under state law, you literally cannot view your certified driving record, the document with your entire driving history, on the internet.
So, what is a certified driving record? It's the official, physical document that employers or insurance companies want to look at. It lists your traffic convictions, accident dates, and your exact point totals. If you need that specific document, you have to do it the old school way. You fill out a request form, get it notarized, and mail it to the driver licensing program in Pierre along with a $7 fee. After that, they'll send the document back to you via USPS mail or a secure email.
Section 5.
resolving suspensions and issues.
Okay, so what if you check your status online and you do get a red flag? First of all, don't panic. The good news is that if you fix the underlying issue, like finally paying off that state debt or catching up on child support, and you pay your reinstatement fees, you generally do not have to retake the written or driving exams. The only real catch is if your actual physical license card expired while you were suspended.
But whatever you do not ignore a suspension. Driving while suspended creates this cascading snowball effect of legal and financial nightmares. Take a DUI suspension, for instance. That can cause your car insurance premiums to spike by an average of 90%. You're also looking at immediate vehicle impoundment, even longer suspension times, or you might even be forced to install an ignition interlock device in your car before you're ever allowed to drive again. It's just not worth the risk.
Section 6. DPS, Support and Resources.
If you do need direct assistance, the driver licensing program is headquartered at 118 West Capitol Avenue in Pierre. You can always call them at 605-773-6883 or shoot them an email. But if you have to go in person, the state has rolled out this highly convenient digital line queue system called Waitwell.
Seriously, Waitwell is a total game changer for visiting an exam station. Instead of sitting in a crowded, noisy lobby, you just scan a QR code or use a link on your phone to reserve your spot in line virtually. You can wait in your car, go grab a coffee, run some errands. The system just sends you a text when your turn gets close. And if you're running a few minutes behind, you can literally just text them back to hold your spot. Just a quick professional disclaimer before we wrap up. Administrative rules, fees, and state website infrastructures can and do change rapidly. While this explainer gives you a fantastic foundation based on our current sources, always periodically verify this information directly with the official South Dakota Department of Public Safety to make sure you have the absolute most up-to-date details.
And that brings us to the end of this explainer. The digital tools to verify your legal standing are literally right at your fingertips, centralized securely online. But while the websites might evolve, your personal responsibility to stay compliant definitely doesn't. So I want to leave you with this one thought. Knowing that a single piece of missed mail could mean your license is suspended right now, when was the very last time you actually checked your status?